Good evening, everybody. Hello? Can you hear me? No, no. Hello? Test, test. Is it test? Hello? Hello? Hi, can you hear me? No. Sorry. It's okay. Hello, hello. 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 Oh, she can hear me. But oh, can you hear me? No. Can you hear me now?
Still, why number 4?
If I talk loud?
Testing.
No. I can't tell if it's just my loud voice or can you guys hear me? Okay. All right. Good evening. We are going to get this show on the road. It is 6:03 p.m. And first up, we are going to do the Pledge of Allegiance. So everybody can please stand and remove your hats.
Testing.
Hello. All right. Thank you, Alejandro.
Real quick, I'd like to make an announcement that we received notice that the Horsepower Ranch project from Maria Kennedy will no longer be presenting. So we are removing that from today's agenda.
All right. So let's start with a roll call. Angela McLean. Yvonne Delgado. Diane Mendez. Alejandro Mariscal. And Teresa Escoto here. Diane and Yvonne will be joining us just momentarily, guys. All right, now on to agency staff reports. Supervisor Joe Baca Jr.'s office. Ms. Jessica.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Jessica Andelon. I am the Constituent Services Representative for Supervisor Joe Baca Jr. Thank you all so much for joining us today. I did want to just quickly remind everybody that MAC meeting will be dark in July. So next month we will not be congregating here. We will resume our meeting on August 6th. So just friendly reminder in case anybody comes. We don't want you to show up and we're not here. On that note, we'll touch base on our National Night Out that will be hosted here at Ayala Park. That'll be the day before the next MAC meeting on August 5th at 6 p.m. 6 p.m. On the same day, we will be hopefully able to unveil our Veterans Monument. So please stay posted on our social media for that announcement. Also, on the note of social media, make sure that you are following us so that we can go ahead and not just provide you updates on any upcoming events, but closures. As we know, we have Bob here that will be presenting on a couple of the items. So we want to make sure that we continue to keep everyone informed as they're occurring. People might not come to the meeting, so we want to make sure that we can go ahead and let them know, hey, there's this closure that's going to be coming up, especially as our roads are getting improved within the Bloomington area. But mostly, those are all my updates. Does anybody have any questions? Thank you so much.
Okay, and for anybody who might not have been here last month, we do actually have a Bloomington MAC Facebook and Instagram page now, so you guys can follow us there. And if you have an event within Bloomington, Jessica did say if you send it over to their office, they will review it to see if they are able to post it up on the social media pages. All right, next up, state legislative update. We do not have anybody. CHP, code enforcement.
Hello, everyone. My name is Moises Sanchez. I am the code enforcement officer for Bloomington. Just wanted to give our contact information for if you wanted to contact us. We have offices on 268 West Hospitality Lane in San Bernardino, and our office is open 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Monday through Friday. And our phone number is 909-884-4056. So if you're wondering what code enforcement does, we receive complaints from the community or concerns from the community, and we go out, we do our inspections. If there's anything that's in violation with the county municipal code, we get in contact with the owners, we let them know what they need to do to fix the problem. Hopefully that's what happens, and we move on. If it doesn't, we move on forward with our enforcement process. So ultimately, we get to where we need to be. We handle things such as junk and trash, inoperable vehicles, unpermitted construction, unpermitted land use. If you're seeing any of those things, or if you have a concern about something and it's here in Bloomington, just give us a call at that number. It'll get assigned to me. I'll go check it out and follow up with it, make sure it gets taken care of. The other things that we do that you can call and let us know about that are pretty immediate resolved are illegal dumping. So if you see any trash that's dumped out on the street, the road, on the sidewalks, call us, let us know. We'll come pick it up. Tires, there's always a lot of tires being dumped, unfortunately. But if you see that, call us and we'll come pick those up immediately. And same thing with graffiti. If you see graffiti, give us a call. We have a contractor who handles the Bloomington area. We'll give them the location. They'll come and they'll paint over it or they'll power wash it and get rid of it. Just a few notable things. We worked with the sheriffs this past week. We did two big encampment sweeps. One was on Orange and Linden. I don't know if you're familiar with the area, but there was 6 RVs that were being occupied and just kind of making a mess of the street. And then we went to Locust north of Slover. We found 3 more right there. So we're trying to keep those areas clean. Those encampments tend to kind of just, if you don't address one, they kind of grow and they take over the street and they really cause a lot of damage with the trash and just the problems they create. So we've been working with the Deputy Arroyo back there, and we actually we're going to go back tomorrow. Anybody who's still there is going to get towed, and hopefully they're not going to be there. So they understand they need to keep it moving. And there was a Deputy Arroyo mentioned to me about the abandoned restaurant over where the Dollar Tree's at that got opened up. So we're working on getting that secured right now too. I found a few more people in the trash enclosure again, but we're working on that to get that secured again. It's an ongoing process, but we stay on it, and I appreciate everyone's feedback. Call us, let us know. There may be something that you see. You may drive by every single day, and I unfortunately not been able to see it yet. So if you can let me know, it'll help me get to it much quicker. Any questions?
Question, but I did want to say thank you for you guys have been doing a phenomenal job about keeping around that park where the Bloomington Business Park area clean. I haven't seen big pieces of trash or tires or anything for quite some time, so thank you for that. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, that's definitely we patrol those areas pretty frequently because we want to make sure they'll stay good. All right, thank you.
All right, and I believe Israel was not going to join us this evening, so no one from Colton Joint. County Fire and Sheriff's Department, Deputy Arroyo.
Oh, good evening. Deputy Arroyo from the San Diego Sheriff's Department. Currently assigned as a Bloomington deputy. A little loud. Okay, so first thing I wanted to address, I know Kessler Park has been tagged up again from Westside Bloomington. It will be getting addressed shortly. We're just trying to identify all the individuals involved. I know that most kids are on summer vacation, so we have a theory that you good? Okay. It might be like some kids from high school or individuals that graduated from the Bloomington High School or Slover High School. Next thing was I wanted to touch up on what Moses mentioned as far as La Costeña Grill, the vacant property. We went and checked it out, cleared it. It was vacant at the time that I responded. It was about a week ago. Luckily, there was a contractor that's working on the AutoZone right across the street that was able to assist and actually secure the property. But I'm going to get with Moses to do a secondary inspection and actually border that property. I already have all the information of the property owner, and she's also going to work on securing it a little bit better. I know Moses also touched up on the recreational vehicles on Linden and Locust, north of Slover Avenue. We've been getting a lot of complaints from neighbors in Bloomington, businesses that share that property. They're concerned about all the trash, debris, tapping into the water supply. So the vehicles have already been tagged, and then tomorrow we're going to work on cleaning that area, particularly me and Moses. Some current news. Today, the sheriff, Shannon Dykes, and the Fontana Sheriff Station participated in the annual torch run for the Special Olympics. It's just law enforcement relay. All proceeds go to fund the Special Olympics. So we did that this morning. You'll probably see some videos on our social media page. So I got some good news for Dave Jane's property. So we have a 30-day pilot from LVT. It's a trailer camera that's covering Dave Jane's trailer and portable trailer, all his property there. Covers Rupa west and east, and also covers Maple. So hopefully we could address all the issues of people breaking into the trailer, stealing the copper wire, tapping into all the electric problems, and hopefully reduce any issues with illegal dumping on Maple Avenue. So I was actually playing around with the system, and it has really good video surveillance, so I'll be able to work on leads as far as getting license plates and following up with that issue. And then one of the most current events that's happened in Bloomington occurred on April 21st, report number 0325012994. I know there was an individual jumping into several residents, and I know you saw heavy police presence. There was a neighbor that was concerned about an individual that lives in the number streets, always passing by his residence, vandalizing his vehicles. His name is Abraham Hyman. He's well known to all the deputies here at the Fontana Sheriff Station. While we're trying to contact him or locate him in the property, I know he was jumping over multiple residents, backyards, and all that good stuff. I saw a couple Facebook posts about him being suspicious in the area. So whenever you see something suspicious, call it into us, because if you're posting it on Facebook and then we get the information 20 minutes later, it is helpful to get an identification on the person, but it kind of delays us from actually attempting to secure that person and take them into custody. eventually later that day, he was taken into custody. So hopefully he won't be causing any issues in the near future. But instead of placing it on Facebook or the Instagram page, please call us. That way we could go check it out. And that's it. Any questions?
So after the pilot program, what happens?
So that's something we're going to still work on with Dave, Jane, and Aaron to see if that's something that works for them as well. I'll let Captain Thies touch up on that a little bit more once we have a meeting together.
And will we be getting maybe any kind of update on anything that you guys might have sourced out of those cameras? Or?
Yeah, so like I said, it's only going to be a 30-day pilot. So on the next MAC meeting, I'll be able to determine if there's any kind of issues on that property or any updates on the illegal dumping. So and I'll be able to update you guys on the next meeting.
Thank you very much. We have Ulysses from the state legislative update.
Yes, hi. Good evening, MAC members. It's nice to see the full table today. My name is Ulysses. If I haven't met you before, I work for Assemblymember Robert Garcia. So this week is what they call the House of Origins floor session, where they are like rapid fire reading the bills to get them through to the Senate. The Assembly member has 7 bills moving forward as of today. So just to update y'all, we have AB 803. It's greening schoolyards. It is a program that is already funded through CAL FIRE to help fight climate change, or at least like warming. In our area, we have some beautiful spaces, but there are lack of trees and foliage that are not invasive and not like prone to fire. And so this will be addressing that concern. That greening is intended to start on campuses, public schools, where there is plenty of outside space to start planting trees that will help cool neighborhoods around them. Then there's AB 843, Language Access Program. This just ensures that we codify language access into our health insurance system, something that recently was taken away at the federal level. We just want to make sure that Californians can access their health insurance in whatever language is accessible to them. And then we have AB 960, patient visitation. This extends visitation hours for conditions where folks are in chronic need of extra help. This started as a dementia patient visitation because a lot of times family members were turned away at a certain hour and their family member with dementia was left unattended for extended amounts of time. So this ensured that folks could stay with their family member longer into the night. That was extended into other illnesses of similar need. And then there's AB 1280, a thermal energy storage. This just ensures that there's less waste in energy while storing it a little bit more efficiently, so in particular, like water heating. And then the two that had moved on before are AB 753, one addressing the childcare crisis. So early education, preschool, just ensuring that we have enough staff to ensure parents have somewhere for their kids to be while they work. And then last but not least, but probably the most relevant to Bloomington, is AB 1410, the utility notification program that I mentioned previously. It did pass through the Senate, and that is just automatically opting in new customers into utility notifications. So we had the whole blackout problem in Bloomington and San Bernardino, where this was like a planned shut off, but folks weren't notified. And that was the biggest issue because residents were not able to prepare and folks lost their food. Folks struggled to get to work or had to be plugged into something for a medical purpose. And folks were caught off guard. So this automatically updates or requires folks to update their information every year, and puts the onus on the utility companies to ensure that they are collecting that information year after year. I know that was a lot. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. I will give you all of my cards. Another thing that I'm excited to tell you, again, I spoke about it a little bit last time, was the member is on the housing committee, and there is a lot of space in Bloomington for thoughtful housing development that will address affordability and also just regular single-family housing. And so that is something we're working on with the IE Housing Coalition here in the Inland Empire. That addresses that missing, it's called the missing middle. So it's not necessarily always single family homes, but it's also not high density housing. So stuff like fourplexes and fiveplexes and stuff that is a little bit more affordable to construct and faster to construct, so that we can get folks housed faster. That's something we're working on, and I would love to meet with y'all individually or separately from tonight to see what your ideas are, and if you have any connections here in Bloomington that can help speed along the process to identifying land that can be developed into thoughtful housing. That is it for me. I'm happy to take any questions. I'll come around and give you my card if you don't already have it. Thank you. Oh, yeah.
There are 7 bills. You have 803, 843, 960, 1280, 753, 1410.
Oh, 6.
Okay. And then for 753, the child care, early education one, make sure there's no staff. How is that going to occur?
So the way that the bill has been written or has moved on to the Senate is just allowing childcare facilities that already exist to hire staff and allow the staff up to 2 years to get credentialed. It still runs background checks. It still does the fingerprinting. It still makes sure that the person hired is a safe person, and they do on the job training while they're in school, and usually that credential takes up to 2 years. So they're meant to be in school while they're doing the 2-year training. Allows just to hire more folks. Yeah. Okay. Anyone else? Okay. Oh, let me give you my cards.
And we'll be doing an update from special districts shortly. He is busy coaching right now. And next up, West Valley Water.
Good evening, Bloomington MAC. Dan Jenkins with West Valley Water District. I'm Vice President of the board. Greg Young, the president, he's sorry that he can't make it this evening. He's out of the country on a trip, which he needed. We're doing a lot of stuff at West Valley, but what I wanted to share with you this evening is that soon, these flyers are on the back, West Valley is having a new pay portal, and we're asking the people that are on West Valley Water to come on down beginning July 1st and sign up for the portal. The portal should make things a lot easier if you want to save a stamp, or if you're doing it through your PayPal or other bank issues. And this is a new secure way of paying West Valley for your water bill. And we'd like to also share that's trying to save a little bit of money for you, like the paperless system, which a lot of us kind of go that way anyways. I know I do. It's easier on my phone. But we're kind of excited to be rolling this out. This has been a long time, almost a year in process, because we have 120,000 connections. Well, you have all those names, all those locations with our current facility, and trying to merge that together, it was work on our IT people. And so we're really happy to bring this out to the public now. We want to remind everyone that summer's here, and make sure you hydrate. And West Valley has water. And we like to participate too. So if you have any special events and things where you might need some water, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. Either call me directly, I'd be happy to give you my business card, or even reach out to our Department of Public Outreach and Government Affairs. And that's all I have for you guys. Any questions?
The succulent event.
Oh, I wasn't here. I was at another event that day.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, because my wife attends those.
Oh, there's
So yes, she does. And we have lots in our backyard.
Oh,
Uh,
nice.
But we love participating and have those succulent events. And the Mother's Day one, I believe, was the last one. And we'll continue to do that. And we're always, thinking of new ideas on how to reach out to the public.
All right, wonderful. Well, thank you for that.
You're welcome.
It.
Yes.
Is the signing in on July 1st, is that going toward the facing out on the walk-in ticket center?
No, we're not phasing anything out. So if you wanted to walk into our front office, you can. So the question was, are we phasing anything out? So we're not phasing anything out as far as payments goes. If you wish to walk into West Valley and just personally pay your bill, not a problem. It always, same operating hours. I believe we're 9 to 5, Monday to Friday.
That's kind of what Montana Water's kind of doing. They're doing now every other Friday is closed and West Valley is open.
So we do talk about that, and whatever's convenient for the public is what we want to do. Again, we're a public agency, not a private, which is what Fontana is, and they're a for-profit. We're not for profit. Oh, you're welcome. Okay, that being said.
All right, moving on to our first presentation, Bloomington Roadwork Improvement. Thank you, Bob, for coming down.
Can you put the slides up? Next slide. Next one. Okay. I'm assuming you all know me. I've been coming here for a couple of years now. I'm Bob with the Bloomington Roadwork Project with the updates. So right now, Locust has a full closure, and we have completed the storm lines, the water lines, and the sewer lines. We're just waiting to pick up, and we should have it within a week or so, the road permit to actually just put the road on top of everything with the curbs and the gutters and the sidewalks. Also concurrent with that is after we finish, this is not on the slide, but you can kind of see that Locust basically turns into Armstrong on the south. We've kind of jumped the gun, and we've started doing the underground utilities on Armstrong a little ahead of schedule. So we're putting in the storm drain now, just with temporary road closures and the water lines, and that we don't have any sewer line there, I don't think. But all the undergrounds are going to be done fairly quickly on Armstrong, so we can just roll straight in from once we do the road in Locust, we'll just roll straight into Armstrong because we're picking up the permit for both Locust and Armstrong, so it should be a little faster. When we widen the road, you'll have the 3 signals there. It'll be actually 4 lanes with a turning lane in the middle. Next slide. 11th Street, we have to put in, we started doing work on 11th Street. We put a little bit of the sewer line in. We have to complete the sewer line. But before we complete the sewer line, there's a big storm drain that's going in. We actually started installing that storm drain. It's going pretty quickly, actually quicker than we thought. So after we finish the storm drain, we'll complete the sewer line, and then we do the road improvements on 11th Street. It's only a partial closure, so anyone that lives there can come in and out, and it's just a daily partial closure on 11th. We also now have the permit to do the work on Linden, and what that is just a sewer line that goes all the way up to Santa Ana. And we're starting that work next week. We're starting it on Santa Ana. So it's only a partial closure, but as we come down, we'll go down all the way to 11th Street. It goes on Linden from Santa Ana to 11th. And we're starting, like I mentioned, at Santa Ana. And when we go past the school, it'll be on their days off. So it's only a partial closure, but we're not going to do any school work unless they're closed. Next slide. Lastly is the Europa partial closure to turn that into the 4 lanes. If you go south on Europa, it's already 4 lanes. We'll just continue those 4 lanes all the way to Locust. And that's going to start probably next month. There's been a lot of work done on that already by other contractors, not part of our road work, but they had to put some underground in. They've already done that. So that should be starting. Our work portion will start in July. And so I'll give you an update by the next meeting. Hopefully we should be working by then. So as we talked about the summary, working on just putting the road in on Locust. Right now, all the utilities are in. 11th Street's ongoing. We're working there right now, and that's just a partial closure. Linden from Santa Ana to 11th is a partial closure. We're starting to work there next week, and then we'll start Europa next month. Any questions? Yes.
Obviously, me and Angela are always, at the park, so we have.
Yeah.
So we're not going to have access to Linden, but we're still going to be able to get through to Harupa?
Oh, yeah. You're going to have access. It's going to be, those closures are only partial closures. So you'll always have access. Yeah.
On Harupa and Linden, there'll always be some type of access?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Is it for the closures that the residents be notified? Is it residents and property owners or only property owners? That's always a big question here.
I think what's the answer? Residents.
Okay,
Yeah.
not just property owners.
Yeah, we've sent out all the notifications. We always sent, like, for example, on 11th Street, when we send out those notices weeks before we start, and we have a big presence there. We have people like our construction supervisors, are very welcoming for people that ask questions. And, I drive around with them and they seem to know everybody. And, it's kind of they're pretty open and eager to do whatever anyone needs. And like I said, we do send out the letters ahead of time. We're big on notifications, and we try. Our situation really is we try to reach out, and a lot of times we can't get hold of people. We go by their houses and they're just not. They have dogs, and we can't get in there. Yes.
So, in the legal agreement between the county and the warehouse project, okay, there's an agreement that there will be a physical impediment on Locust so that trucks cannot travel northbound through the residential areas of Bloomington slower. Is that part of this project?
Yes. It's what we call a pork chop in the road that doesn't allow the trucks to turn. They only go down.
Is there actually going to be the agreement was some kind of physical impediment?
Yeah, that's the physical impediment. The physical impediment is literally in the road. It's a curb.
Thank you.
Sure. Any other questions? Yeah. I don't know how that could. I don't know that answer. We have physical impediments for them to do it, and this is all run through the county and the city. Like, for example, that's why it's taken us so long to get the road permits, and all these permits is because it's county and city. There is, so if you think it's bad dealing with one entity, you got to deal with two, and it's, everything's got to be coordinated. And so all those agreements that were put in place originally, are are being executed, and we can't pull permits unless all those things, like you mentioned, are on the plans. So the physical impediments, and does that mean some truck driver can't drive over something? I don't know, but I mean, it's not legal. Yes. No, it's gonna be a curb. Yeah, they call it a pork chop. It literally looks like a pork chop, and it allows you, like a truck has to turn. They can't go over it. Yes. Anything else?
I have a question. So
Yes.
if this physical impediment doesn't seem to be deterring that, is there any other way, anything else we can do about that?
I mean, unless truck drivers are literally driving over curbs, then, well, I don't know. Yes.
They do that.
Especially down there.
I think,
Like where that FedEx building is, I think like, what was it, maybe like a month ago, and the guy, he went over the thing and he was all like halfway in a little trench that's over there, the highway patrol came out, it was a mess.
yeah,
And at that point, I do just want to point out, we can make sure that we touch base with our traffic mitigations, because at that point it would be enforcement. So
Right.
we'll make sure to
Yeah.
include CHP in the conversation. And if there is other occasions where it has occurred, please let me know, because I will make sure to take that back. I know CHP is not here today, but we have a really good relationship where we'll let them know, and they can come out and make sure that they do the enforcement as well. Of course.
any other questions? Okay, thank you.
Kind of on that line there, I apologize for being late. I was going down Cactus. I live in South Bloomington, so I was going down Cactus and trying to get through there with several big rigs trying to back into the residence. There were several, there were like 4 different ones. So that was extremely difficult to get here because of all those trucks who were backing into places that they weren't supposed to be going into.
All right. Up next, our next presentation is from Bloomington Chamber of Commerce.
All right, good evening, everybody. Thank you for the invite, for the board members. Thank you for code enforcement, CHP. We appreciate everything you guys do for us, for the community, for the county. So I'm here to represent Bloomington Chamber of Commerce. I am the co-treasurer. My name is Angel. Here with me, we have Fernando Romero, our president. You want to stand up? Edgar, our vice president. Mary, our treasurer, and a couple other board members that are absent. So who are we? So we are a nonprofit organization. We're here to help the city of Bloomington. Our headquarters off of Valley Boulevard, and we're pretty much residents for over 15 years and have a business there for over 16 years on Valley. So we want to promote events, help out small businesses, help out the local members, the community, and so far as what we've done is we've already had 2 events, and some of the leads we got is from resources. Some people don't know about Living Trusts or wills, so we had an event on that at the American Legion off of Cedar. Our next event is going to be based off of financial investments, how to be your own financial investor, how to create an app for small businesses. So we're here for the community, local businesses, local residents, and in the future, we probably want to have like a movie night at the park, and establish good social networking within the community. So you guys can move on to the next slide. In ways of doing this, we've seen some signs on Bloomington. We want to promote maybe a welcome sign to Bloomington and maybe establish, recreate, put in there Bloomington Chamber of Commerce as we're the advocate. We want to be the voice of the city. So based off the perimeter, maybe have one off of Cedar, Elder, and then on the north side and west as well. Also, as far as future events, we wanted to do a festival to know to establish for the residents what when Bloomington was founded, and we could have vendors come out and promote just promote networking environments, just have a good community, get to know each other, and all we're trying to do is just have a good network and provide resources for everybody. We got a couple of calls this week. Some residents wanted help finding a job. So we went ahead, helped them out with Indeed, provided resumes for them, helped them out with jobs, part-time and local jobs around the area, as well as single moms called us asking for support with utility bills. So we told them to redirect them to go to local church. Maybe they could help them out. So BCC is here to stay. You go next slide. So we have all these listings of advertisements we do, as you could see on the slide, for our local small businesses or corporations as well. And then on the bottom portion, we have events, ribbon cuttings as well for new businesses that have came into the community, social media marketing, networkings, and meetings. And our next meeting is going to be June 11th. As I mentioned, we're going to talk about how to create an app and financial investments. So we appreciate the invitation, us being here. So with that said, does anybody have any questions or?
Do have a few questions. Can I ask each of you which businesses you represent, which businesses and or organizations you're representing with the chamber, just so we know?
So yeah, we have a couple small businesses. El Tacos Himador is one of them off
What
of
about
Valley.
each of the ones here on your board?
Oh, on the board? Okay,
Yeah.
so Edgar, go ahead.
Okay. Okay. I wasn't here. I was out of the country at the time, but and very good. Very good. Now, what is the cost to join? Is it based on whether you're a business, a nonprofit, or an organization, or?
The nonprofit, it's nonprofit. All the proceeds go into the venues of the event, and all the people that are, all the funding or balloons or walks, marketing stands. So $200 for the whole year, and we buy ads for them. We promote them on every type of platform, and then we make flyers. Pretty much all our investment goes on the flyers, marketing.
Right. Thank you. So, is the cost the same whether you're a business, a nonprofit, an organization, or?
So yeah, the $200 is for a small
That's actually a really
business.
good price.
Yeah, corporation 400 and nonprofit 300. So yeah, the bigger the corporation, then obviously the more for the whole year.
You charge a small business 200, but a nonprofit 300.
Yes, correct.
Okay. In your ads, what kind of ads are you?
So yeah, we're promoting their logos. So they'll send us their logos, and then we'll put them on Nextdoor or Facebook, Instagram, and boost them up. Boost up their ad and buy it. We buy them every other Thursday. And then as far as the meetings, we pay for the venues, and we do a couple rafflings off for them. So we'll do gift cards here and there. to our members. Not just our members, but everybody that comes and supports, as well as retractables. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with, I'm not sure if any of them are in here, but retractables are just signs that you see and we put a QR code on them, which, let's say there's a couple of retractables here. Anybody that goes to the events could scan it and it goes to their, maybe their Lincoln tree or their website to promote them as well.
So, and is this only for Bloomington businesses?
Bloomington and Rialto, we have a couple members of Rialto and Fontana. So whoever's local in the area. Yes.
So why is it Bloomington Chamber of Commerce if you're going out to Fontana and Rialto as well?
Because there's mobile. Like we have a print shop that's mobile. Their headquarters is in Rialto, but they go mobile throughout the local area.
Do you have businesses in Fontana and Rialto that are not mobile?
Do we have businesses? All of them, pretty much all of them are mobile. Yeah. But their business is in the home of where they live at. Yeah.
I'm just trying to find out, like, if I were a business owner and I'm from Bloomington and I'm asking to join, I'm trying to find out, what am I going to get from you? Where am I being promoted? Because I haven't seen anything that's from you guys except for on Facebook. Mhm. So do you have like information, like a packet or something that you give
Yeah.
people that
Yeah.
explains kind of all that information?
Yeah, all their information. Yeah.
And I understand that, and that's fantastic. But as the Bloomington MAC, we also want to make sure that our residents are being, promoted and properly, represented, and
Exactly.
who's doing it
Yeah.
exactly. You know what
Most
I'm
of our
saying?
members Bloomington. Yeah, exactly. So we have a couple of flyers we'll give you guys.
Mhm.
Check it out. So
And
the
so,
band.
like the Living Trust, I think that's a fantastic thing to have. I would love for you guys to maybe do it here. I don't know if you realize we have a senior center right here adjacent to the building.
Okay.
The seniors have their lunches and dinners and breakfast here, and I mean, who better than them to have some access to something like that as
Oh,
well?
yeah, and that'll be good for the next future event. That sounds good. Yeah.
The other thing, I'm sorry, I apologize if this seems rude, but my biggest pet peeve is Bloomington is not an actual city. We are unincorporated and we are a town, and it's just one of my pet peeves. I apologize, but I just want to make sure Bloomington is represented in the right
Correct.
way,
Thank you.
I'm all for, I would love for, us to work with them, trying to get you to community events, Um, I do, and this is just my opinion. It's your business, obviously, but I do feel like the nonprofit should be a little bit lower than a small business, though, because we do have a lot of nonprofits actually within Bloomington that could probably utilize it. But I would think that being a nonprofit yourself, you would kind of help those little underdogs as well.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah, we could
we're also
readjust that.
trying to work together with a lot of the different agencies. We're trying to make sure that the word gets out more about the MAC meetings. We have a lot of events, whether it's here at Ayala or over at Kessler. My other thing is that where your meetings are held in Bloomington.
In Bloomington, yeah. So our first one was American Legion off of Cedar,
Okay.
and then the next one's gonna be there as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and when do you have your meetings?
So we're gonna try to get them once every month.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it change or?
As of now, we talked about it be once every month for as of now, but we're like, we want to do a family event soon.
Mhm.
Maybe at the local park or something. Kind of get more families and kids involved, or a movie. So that's our next goal. Yes.
Go ahead.
So I was wondering, you have monthly meetings. Do you have minutes? I was just wondering something we could reference to kind of get acclimated on what you guys do,
Minutes.
like of your meetings.
Oh, how long the meeting takes place,
No,
or?
minutes, like documentation, like you said every month. So
Got it. Got it.
board meetings. Do you- okay, so do you have meetings for the residents or just the board meetings? Okay. Second question, because I was wondering if there's any tracking that so we could be more acclimated on what you guys have done, what's available, and just so we can know.
Hmm.
Because the first time I've heard this.
Yeah.
And I've been a resident for 30 years, so.
Right.
Also, where do you advertise when you have these events? Because do you go on Eventbrite? Where do you put this?
So we advertise. Personally, I'll go and pass out the flyers in the community of Bloomington.
Where?
In the community of Bloomington. So yesterday I was off of Valley and Slover. So I advertise myself face to face.
I have a question then, in addition to that, and I'm sorry.
Oh, no, go ahead. Yeah.
Naive. First time I heard of this, I'm like, what?
It
Where have
was
you been?
it was established in 1972, but for some reason it fell off. I'm not sure why.
But yeah, you had said you have monthly meetings, so that's why I'm
Mm.
asking all these questions. Going forward, now that you know we exist and we're part of Joe Baca's office, and you know there's a lot of residents here, will you be putting your event flyers here at the MAC meeting as well? The question. Okay.
That shouldn't be an issue. So we do meet monthly, every first Wednesday of the month at 6 p.m. So
Okay.
just making sure that we only go dark in July and January. That's normally the case. But yeah, we're here every month, every first Wednesday of the month at 6 p.m.
Got it. So this office is open.
It's the meet. What's occurring today? It's the same every month. Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good.
So I have a few more questions. So, look, we are super supportive of having people in Bloomington and promote. We just really want information on what it is that you guys do. That's basically what it boils down to. You know, we want transparency as far as like who are you guys associated with, what businesses, like who's buying into your program that you guys are offering. Because we also do care about who who is involved in representing Bloomington as well.
Right.
Um, we work with a lot of the other, I mean, we've talked with the Girl Scouts and we've had the Boy Scouts and we've talked with the Lions people, and we're trying to like build something and build a network. We work a lot with the high school, with the kids and the youth there. And we just want to make sure that we have really good representation out there for our community. So if we could get more information on who you guys are using, who's using your services, a little bit more about where you're advertising. I'll be honest and maybe it might be a little nerves, but in Bloomington, you mentioned you were passing out flyers on Valley and Slover, like on Valley and then on Slover.
I'm sorry. Yeah, Valley.
Okay,
and
because
then
I'm like they run the same
They run the
direction,
same.
so I was a little
Valley
confused
and
by
Slover.
that.
Right.
Yeah, and I know what
Those
it's
are-
like to
those
be
are
out
only
there,
street-
and you
those are
don't
only
know
streets
any
of
of us.
Bloomington.
Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah,
We
main
do want
streets.
we do want partnerships with other agencies in Bloomington. We want to create something beautiful within our community for our residents. We're all up for that. We just want to make sure of the people that are running different organizations because I'll be honest, it caused a little bit of stir on Facebook with quite a bit of people on some of the Bloomington pages because they were like, who are these people that just popped up? Because no one had heard of you guys. I know that you've had your I think is it a flag or a symbol or something outside of the computer business? I actually utilized that computer shop a long time ago and the stereo place next to it. So I know where the building is, but I was just kind of like, a little confused. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's all. Mhm. Mhm. Oh, I've seen people hop those curbs. Trust me, I know. Absolutely. Well, we need to support our businesses. I mean, we actually have, so Angela runs the Olive Branch and I am currently with the Little League. And we have a lot of business support and there's small businesses in the community, which is why we're asking and why we're protective, because we do have some people that we do protect as well, because they are, sponsors of not just what we do, but of our community as a whole, you know? Yes, Roxanne.
Thank you, Sharon. Instead of coming to last night. And I was, kind of skeptical because we haven't come to in multiple years. But I will tell you, it was a very, very well intended meeting. And it was done on the behalf of the public. And this place is packed. They brought in a gentleman that worked with multiple conditions of insurance, both personal, how to take care of yourself, and for your business. And if something happens, this gentleman that they brought in, he speaks to everybody. But this time he's been asked to talk to all the individuals who chose to come up. He was very, very after the meeting, I am speaking. That whole room, the people in the room, they were quiet. Everybody practically came with their listening fires to you. For anybody that was there, they, at the table, that we sat down, had expired with other businesses on that fire. And they also had people spell out the individuals who have businesses and also file that in their area. It was very professional. And so, I'm even to that person asked, there needs come to the Bloomington MAC, because they actually come out and personally, down the road, telling them, we will be not for years. Very professional. So I told him, I'm in conflict, and if this is sincere, board, and change the date, please come and
And it would be fantastic if you could in the future, because we would like to attend ourselves. We would like to help you, like we would hope you would help us, right?
Right.
I mean,
right.
we're all here for the same community. We
Oh.
all want what's best in Bloomington. And if you don't believe that we are like the Bloomington business biggest advocates here, you can ask a lot of the people that we work with. It's not just the business who supports us. Right now, we have been battling with this business at the Dollar Tree right now, because we care about what the front of that store looks like. It may not be my business, and I don't care, but it is my community's store that they go to. And the supervisor's office has been very supportive of making sure we've helped with the people that are taking shelter, I guess, in front of the Dollar Tree, you could say,
Oh, peanut something. Yeah, peanut ice.
Right. And they've been actually working very hard on trying to get that whole area resolved. We've been working with the supervisor's office. And we just did that because we just care about what our community looks like. It's not, we don't have any hidden agenda about it. It's just, it's an eyesore for our residents to go in to a business. And first of all, for the business to have to be even dealing with that in the first place, right? So those are things that we can help with, and we keep an eye out. I mean, we're always running the streets and we're like, enforcement, we got her over here. Jessica, we got a homeless issue over here.
Wow.
Believe you me, we do it a lot more than people realize because we care, just because we care.
Mhm.
So I feel like it could be a good partnership, and we can bring stuff that to the table that you can, and vice versa. So thank you for coming. I appreciate that. I hope we didn't offend anybody.
Yeah. And again, we're
our
still growing.
intention.
Yeah, we're still growing right now. We just,
We are very protective
yeah,
of our beautiful community. We love it.
we appreciate it.
I just a couple things really quick. So just I've involved with chambers over the years of various ones. So having one monthly meeting regularly set, that's a huge help. I know the first whatever morning at 10 a.m. of ever, or 8 a.m. actually pretty early of each month is this particular one. So that helps with scheduling and just for regularity, consistency. The other one is having your board members highlighted. I saw your webpage, so that was great. That was a lot of good information. Thank you for highlighting our history. That was very good. But having your board members highlighted, and then also everyone who joins, as an asset to them, list their businesses on your website as well. Just our members, and then have each one listed. That would just help out as well. And we appreciate your organization highlighting small businesses. That's really important because we want our community to expand, to grow. With small businesses. That's really important in our particular
cool.
area. We're a small, unincorporated community. Small businesses keep us going. So that's important. So thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
I missed. On the businesses you're currently working with, you said El Taco. That's a restaurant.
El Tacos Humidor. Yes.
A restaurant, and then you said a computer place, but you didn't say a name.
I'm sorry. It's Eggers
What is it?
Computer Shop near me.
Near
It's on
me?
Valley.
Okay. And was that the two you said? Did I get it all?
We have a couple more. We have a couple, like I said, mobile, like a T-shirt company that's mobile. They're from other cities, but they wanted to be part of Bloomington, so.
That's what I said. It would be good to list them so we know when
Yeah.
these t-shirts and we want to support.
Yes.
Who do we
Okay.
call?
Okay.
I mean, we know who to call for computers. Just type in Google computers near me.
It's
Easy.
Yeah.
And just
Slowly but surely.
as an FYI, you guys are welcome to share that information with us. We can relay it back to the members. We kind of serve as the clerk of being able to give that information back to the members.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
We have to give other people an opportunity if these are new people coming in wanting to do one. And that's why we're letting them know ahead of time, like we are very protective of our community, but these are not the same people. So we need to give them the opportunity, like anybody would give us the opportunity in our community to do something. And believe you me, no matter who it is, whether it's them or somebody else that's here within the community offering a service or something, we are going to make sure our residents are looked out for. Dave means no harm. He's a very, very protective person of Bloomington. Is take over because I need to apologize. Thank you guys. On my behalf, thank you for coming, but it's not over. But I just wanted to say that.
For the new faces, my name's Aaron Spear. I'm the recreation superintendent here in Bloomington for the rec. Enjoy these MAC meetings when they're still light out because we get to see how well used our parks are. Right now, there's a flag football game, a basketball game, people on the zip line, and I don't know if it's because I'm a park goober or junkie, but I just get real emotional about the computers and cell phones and out there actually getting after it. So just thought that was a really positive thing to lead with. If you can smell something really that's smelling good right now, we actually have a children's baking class that's, I can't wait to experience what they made. We're pretty proud of that.
A full room. They're welcome to bring any goodies out here.
Yeah, I'll send the message. And we have our new, it just kicked off last night. We had 8 individuals, 8 little kids in it, and they have Mother's Day next week. They meet on Tuesdays. And then the Arts Connection, who's been a great partner with us over the last year, mural down at Kessler, they've been a huge. They're here on Monday, Tuesday nights with a variety of classes. So they've been a great partner, and we're excited. Brochure, I've been talking about it for the last couple meetings. It should be on here any day for view. A few for print, a few meaning. They will be up on the. So check the greatness of everything that we're for this our summer programming. Unfortunately, it's taken a little longer than we expected. Apparently, it seems they've hit every rock and rut on the planet. So, but it's getting there, and we hope to be having a grand. And so the kids will get to enjoy it. I want to thank the Sheriff's Department here, San Bernardino County, Fontana Station. They just installed a new blue camera cop down at Kessler Park, and it's pretty neat. At nighttime, it shines real bright, and it's intimidating, and that's what we wanted. And it seems to be working very good for that west side where we've had some punishing times, unfortunately. We actually, in the last 2 months, have installed 19 throughout Kessler Park. We're pretty proud of that. So we've got every angle of that place covered. So I hope that leads more positive and less. Hopefully that gives code enforcement a break because we call them often for graffiti, for tire dumping, for you name it. And so they're awesome. Anytime we call it, they're on it. So the county's so fortunate. A bunch of good groups within it that care about Bloomington and care about our parks. So it's a really positive thing. Dave Jane and his team, the arena has 2 events going a month now, which is awesome. The more, the merrier. That stuff gets you. It's even better. So putting someone in there that wants to run some more events on that people can look forward to it. It's getting used. So super exciting about that. We are having our first senior prom. It's sold out. For their senior prom and band. So I lie, but I hope to share pictures at the August meeting, and of course they'll be on the Instagram and stuff. So really positive event for adults, and I know I talk about do stuff for the adults too. So In July, all 4 Thursdays. They're called Sandler Nights at Ayala Park. They're all Adam Sandler movies, so we're looking forward to that. So come sit in the lawn. And then in August, when we get back, I will have talked about it when we get back, but we have our August concert in the park, and we're looking forward to that. On the on our Instagram. And last but not least, National Night Out. Seems like it'll be here before we know it. It's Tuesday, August 5th. We're hoping for a really good turnout. So if you guys would please spread the word, it's a perfect opportunity. The San Bernardino County Sheriffs, San Bernardino County Fire, the CHP, all the law enforcement and government entities that are here just to engage with them, to talk to them, to create relationships with them, as well as there's a ton of fun games and goofiness to it all. And the great thing is I'm sure you've seen it on Supervisor Baca's Instagram or on ours. And if you haven't, please go look. Or if you don't have Instagram, come see me and I'll be glad to show you, because that's how excited and intense I am to brag about this, is that we are putting a new veterans monument right in the center circle out there. And if it's 50% of what the pictures look like, it's going to be the most beautiful thing in this community. It is flat out gorgeous. And, Dreamfield Corridor, all this stuff, all this cool stuff that's happening here. It's hard not to be excited about it. But this new Veterans Monument, it's for veterans that, want to come by, pay respect, or, and not have to get out of their car. But at the same time, it's so pretty, they're going to get out of their car. They're going to find a way. I'm telling you, it's gorgeous. I could see a lot of people taking pictures there. It's going to be beautiful, and it's going to be a great addition to Ayala Park. So with that, if you have any questions, otherwise I'll let you guys continue with the meeting.
I have a question. Since it's a special district event, could we ask Aaron to send pictures like he's going to do and have them scrolling before the meeting so that we can see that going on?
Absolutely. We can have it like just as a background. And I'm actually going to be, I'm going to pull up the Veteran Monument so that we can just pull it up on there.
Okay,
So,
I'll take.
Okay, perfect.
Ask questions about it, but yeah, the good thing is especially at these signature events, we call them now, in the senior prom being one of them, if that's what you're talking about. The county has they're called multimedia services. They're amazing. They will be here that night capturing shots, so we don't have to rely on cell phones, and it gives us a chance to, to spend time with the seniors and not worry about capturing the event at the same time. So we'll have great stuff to share regarding that event. And we'll do that with some of our other stuff, because we've done a lot of cool stuff, and I got to get better at bragging about it. My bosses tell me. So yeah, we'll do it. Yes. Yeah, just call the office here, and I can set up an appointment with whoever's trying to do it, and we can see what that looks like, have a conversation, and figure it out. Okay. Mm-hmm. Is the projector on? Oh, there. Okay, you want to hold it right there for 1 second? Okay, cool. So much the finished project. The picture, but so many people side messaged me on Instagram and said, "Hey, is that you?" And it's each department of service, and including SpaceX, and all the 2 trees that are going to be here. They're going to be relocated within the park, but that's all artificial turf and. Relocating the light in the middle. It's going to be pushed where it shows in the picture right now. It's in the center. That stands at least, I think, 8 feet tall, that monument. So taller than me, a little bit. The star brick formation in the middle with artificial turf grass. It's one less planter that my maintenance team has to try and keep weed free. So we're kind of proud, excited about that. Planters are great. Any other questions? All right, thank you. You're welcome.
Motion, I'll make a motion to approve the minutes, but I won't vote because I wasn't here.
I make a motion to approve the minutes. I second.
So now we have public comment. Dave James.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Dave Jane. I run the San Bruno Valley Riders. We have a horse show every third Saturday of the month. And little kids on horseback, leaded by their parents, running the barrels, doing some pole bending. It's a great event for you guys to look out. And they go all the way up to over, up and over. But the last month we had 2, and the reason is because we had 1 rain day. Okay, and we had to do. But other than that, the next one's the 20th of that, 21st of this month. I think that's a Saturday, the 21st. It's at Kessler Park. It started at 8 o'clock in the morning. They're done a little bit. All right. Other than that, I want to thank the sheriff's department for putting that tower up. They've been calling me every day from the station, and even the sheriff called and wanted to know how it was working. So it's doing good. I hope we have a deterrent. Okay. And mine's October 25th. Is my special needs kids' horseback ride. October 25th. Okay. And I'm sorry I'm bad mouthing the Chamber of Commerce, but the feelings were wrong when I was coming up. They hurt us. Okay, and I don't want to be hurt again. Okay.
Next is Gary Rosich.
Good evening, MAC members. I came prepared tonight to speak on the zone change on that project on Cactus, but I see that's been canceled. So I jotted down a few notes. First of all, I want to express my disappointment, my frustration, and my sadness about what's been happening to Bloomington and what's been going on. As you know, in my 10 years as a MAC member, I constantly gave a warning that either we are going to decide our future or outsiders are going to decide it for us. And that is exactly what has been happening. As we see in 2015, I was involved in starting an ad hoc committee for code enforcement. At the time, we had 37 illegal truck yards in this community. Now there's over 200. No ad hoc committee anymore. Nobody's talking about it. Nobody's asking about it. Just gone. You see, I brought you guys tonight a picture of a truck that was on Cactus that was stuck in the gully. They had to pull it out. That's not a truck route. But our neighbors from Rialto that have FedEx and Amazon, among others, they continue to use our residential streets for their own purposes. And, you know, it's just gotten just incredibly difficult down there. We also had last week we had a street takeover on the corner of Cactus and Santa Ana. Up the street from my house on Santa Ana, we had shots fired 2 nights in a row at a location where they have an unpermitted construction yard. They have multiple RVs with people living in there illegally, food vendors operating inside the property, a pallet yard, and illegal truck yard, all on one property. It's been operating that way for years. Nobody's doing anything. Okay, that's telling me something. I've been told by people that know more about this than I do that code enforcement's been told to pretty much look the other way on these type of operations, and you can't help but think anything else because they've been allowed to operate this way for years and nobody's done anything. And now tonight we had one coming before us, another project where they're not even asking for anything. They just want to change the zoning to an industrial business. No community benefits package, no infrastructure improvements, no nothing. And if you recall, those of you who were there, we got suckered in a couple times and or went along with projects on Europa. And one of them, the reason was because they were going to widen Europa so trucks could make a right turn and go out to Riverside Avenue and not go through the residential areas of Bloomington. What's happened? No, they just operated illegally. They moved in illegally. Nobody's going to do anything. And when you ask the county, it's like, well, we're working with them. That's not the way it works. First, you follow the conditions that your project was approved on, and then your project gets built, not the other way around. We have a truck stop that members of the MAC were opposed to. They routinely, every day, all day, violate all their conditions of approval. Nothing has been done about it. And quite frankly, several people in our neighborhood, they're telling me, oh, we're waiting for that big money offer from the warehouse developer because we want to get the heck out of here because of what's happening to this community. And I'm not one of them. I want to stay and fight and save this community. But that's where it's heading. And, you know, I hope the MAC, you guys take notice and continue the work that was done in the past and put people, the county board of supervisors on task and protect this community because at the rate it's going, there's going to be nothing left. We're going to be taken over by Rialto or Fontana. And basically the board of supervisors is telling us that this town is where we put all the crap that we don't want in our town. Bring it to Bloomington. We're going to look the other way. We're not going to do anything about it. And those are the facts. And, you know, I hate to have to tell you guys that, but I'm just beyond frustrated and so are other people. So let's do what we can to save what's left of our community. Thank you.
Hello. God, Gary, you'd think we've been talking together. First off, I want to thank our new Chamber of Commerce and our sheriffs and our code enforcement folks for the help they've been in assistance in Earth Day and Mother's Day and May 5th Day and whatever it was. And Chamber of Commerce got up in big boom truck things to help trim palm trees, and code enforcement helped. Everybody helped out. It was, I just can't appreciate it enough. The sheriff's been really good about coming around and helping with the transient problems, but they're still there. And then on to what Gary said, there's a new kind of version that's going on, and it's not only do we want to have illegal businesses, but we're going to we're going to have them, we're going to advertise them, we're going to put them out there. Some of these people have thousands and thousands of followers on their webpage sites. And my little corner there at Cedar and Commercial has literally been taken over by two businesses which right now are acting illegally. One wants to have night parties, the other one is doing a taco shop that is in the middle of a car lot. And all we want them to do is do illegal. Whatever they do, we want people to have good business there in Bloomington. We want them to be part of our business community, but we want them to follow the rules. And following the rules means you get the right permits, you get the right, whatever it is. If you're going to run a business, not just a one-time little party or something, but if you're going to do it week in and week out, that you get the right permits, go to the county. And when you don't do that, the county cracks down really hard on it and says, oh, we came in here, we told you, now you got to stop because it's wrong. Like Gary said with the trucks, it just monopolized. If it doesn't, if the county doesn't do something, we are exactly what Gary said. Go to Bloomington. In fact, I said that. I was trying to explain to people why you can't just call somebody and get something fixed. There is no fix for Bloomington. You know, the fix, honestly, to tell you the truth, is to annex to Rialto and then get on their boards and then have a say. And then have, and I'm not advocating annexing at all. That's not my point. But the point is that we either got to get some sort of control here, or it's going to be, everybody else is going to decide for us. And it's not going to be anything what we want. And it's really, right now it's just chaos. And that's what I'm living in, is chaos. So I just want to thank the folks that are helping, and Dave especially, for keeping the horses alive here, because it's saddens me to see all that area over there smashed down and all. So I'll throw my last tidbit in there. Since they did smash it all down, it's time for Bloomington people to come back. And if they can't, if we can keep them from putting warehouses in, I don't know where that's going, but if we can convince them that they ought to be putting in a planned development there with planned stores and shops and homes and equestrian areas, then that's what should go back there. We should work together as a community to try to get that area built into something that is not going to be the industrial, if there's a way to keep the industrial from going forward. I thank you very much.
The restaurant you're speaking of, I saw it when it was first advertised, and I see the traffic it has there in that car lot. I have noticed that traffic there as well. And I think that that's one of the things that a lot of us have talked about, that if the business would do it legally, permitted, whatnot, we're all for people, making a living, but do it the right way. When you come into the car lot, that's where they're at. So, but there has to be change, as Garrett was saying, that others are going to dictate what happens to Bloomington. So we need to really come together as a community, and so that doesn't happen. And we know there's a problem with truck yards. That's been an ongoing conversation as well. So, and thank you to all those that helped town in the appreciate it. Okay, so we had asked that the supervisor's office wrote a letter for the owner of the liquor store where the Dollar Tree is. The Dollar Tree is at, so there's a liquor store, the Dollar Tree, and the whole bar, all that. For them to, asking if we start outside of that, of the buildings, as far as cleaning them up, painting them, kind of making it look as good as it can be, for the community, because that's part of our community. When you go there and you look at that, it's really like down, and it's time to do something. It's time to take pride in the business. And the owner business is take pride in the business. Make it look presentable. Because when people are cleaning, that's the only thing you think about is like, in the community, feels left out or that nobody cares, so they try that. So the limit of you have, they can constantly take into consideration painting them with they need to work. So, so that was another last year.
And the letter is just a kind request for the owner to take consideration of this. It'll be on behalf of the Bloomington MAC advice or the Bloomington Advisory Council, and it'll be signed by Teresa. So we just wanted to also let the community know in the sense of, so it will be on behalf of the Bloomington MAC.
So don't think as fact we just sit here, we actually look at these and ask for changes to be made in the areas, so we're not just here. Jessica said they're looking for that to see. In the letter, did you advise them of the MAC meetings that we have? Perhaps maybe they would be open to come?
The letter is just generally speaking for the ask. It'll be hand delivered by, I'm assuming either Teresa or one of the members, and at that point we'll also communicate with them of the meeting.
Great, thank you.
Yeah, of course.
I just want to thank everybody. It seems like it was a great meeting today. Everybody is engaged, and we had some new speakers and some new people on board. The Bloomington Chamber of Commerce, welcome. And I just wanted to say thank you.
And so, as you heard, I got here a little bit late. I'm actually happy that I couldn't find a parking spot. The park was so busy when I got here. The park's been in use. There were so many people here taking advantage of the park there. So that was kind of cool. I like that. The other thing, you were talking about parking lots being overtaken, corners, things like that. When businesses are operating illegally, we can't provide services for our community. When businesses get the proper permits, things like that, we can offer services. Maybe we can have income so that we can spruce up the place that Pam was talking about, things like that. But if we don't have that income come in, many times because the business is operating illegally, we can't do that. That's just something I wanted to say about that. And then also, I received an email, so I haven't responded to this. I'm just going to forward it to your office, but I do want to address it really quick because, if I'm ever asked to meet with an organization or anything regarding, as a representative for Bloomington MAC, I'll always forward it to the Board of Supervisors office. So, and because I have mentioned this, I'll go ahead and just say who it's from. It's Intro and Build a Relationship, which is great. I'll just read it real quick. Is that okay, or just forward it to you? Okay, and it's from the People's Collective for Environmental Justice. So I'm going to forward that to you. If any organizations want to coordinate a meeting with the Board of Supervisors office, if I'm available, I'll always attend if I'm available. But I'll let your staff and your office take care of that.
And it is our understanding they also reached out to some of the board offices are included. So we'll just, I know we were just inquiring about it. So thank you. I'm assuming it might be the same email or the same introduction, but yeah, absolutely. Anything that you guys have questions, kind of like I mentioned to the public, we're here to serve as a clerk and any sort of facilitator.
Interviews on my own because I'm representing Bloomington MAC, so it should always go through the Board of Supervisors office. So I just want to let you guys know and our public know on that as well. And yeah, thank you very much. Sorry I missed last meeting, but I will make a quick comment. I actually took 21 days to go on vacation. I turned off my phone. I didn't look at emails, anything, and I went to Spain. Not everybody is able to. Thankfully, I was fortunate enough to be able to do that, but if someone could take a day or two off, turning off your phone, no connection with anybody but nature, people, it was the greatest thing ever. So I just have to say that. I'm done. End of report.
Okay, just a reminder, July 29th, we're having a summer bash at Kessler Park. The Olive Branch is having that. So if anybody wants to donate hot dogs from now until July, that would be great. We expect a lot of kids to show up, so they'll have a lot of games, competition against their parents, like pie eating contest, tug of war, hula hoop contest, and it's against parents, tug of war. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So, yeah, I think that's it. So.
Sandwich them so good, not so, and then good. I do want to express my admiration to the local park community. I recently walked through Kessler Park. I haven't walked there since I played t-ball or minor league, and it's I'm really thankful and grateful to the community because that park is way different than it was 5, 10 years ago. So, huge thank you to everyone. Um, I want to acknowledge also the feelings of frustrations with all the changes in our zoning laws and these big businesses coming into our community. I feel it too, and I also get frustrated if I think about it too long. But I want to just stress that these big businesses and abusing our local laws, they don't want us to work together or unionize. And I think once they realize that we have a big group and that one person needs a big community, I think we have a better chance of doing it together. You know, it's not just one of us. It takes a big group, and I think slowly we'll get there. Beyond that, thank you to everyone for showing up. The next one.
Motion to adjourn the meeting? Motion, okay.